Good morning. In this video, I will go over my notebook of all my activities from 2012. Also, this is a journal. A tip here. I want you to notice I only write on one side of the notebook. On the other side, I don't write. On the back side of the page, I don't write. It makes everything neater. The spouse gave me pancakes to take to the 8-year-old's house because I promised to help her on Tuesday. A happy face. I am like Caperucita Roja. That would be the Red Riding Hood. I'm taking a basket of food. Okay, now next entry, 10 p.m. The spouse is making more pancakes right now for tomorrow. She will go to ask for money from the human services to pay the light and water bill. Tomorrow, my 51-year-old friend, well now he's 51, will take us to the middle school open house. Interesting. Where's the other side? Oh, this is August. Is it 2012? It might be even earlier than 2012. I uploaded videos with the flash drive to Facebook with my computer friend's help. Alright, at his house. The spouse rented the room efficiency to a man called Jesus. I spent most of the day with the 8-year-old friend. He read 4 books. He washed his dishes and teeth. He knows skip counting by 3s. I think he's 8 at this time of... He might be 10 now, I don't know. Here I'm remembering my 2 bosses, Norman Kelleher, Mark Myers, a couple of co-workers, Lazaro, the son of the very rich man in Miami. All of these are Miami. The moringa tree. I gotta tell Bobby about the moringa tree. And I gotta tell Ray about the moringa tree. And I gotta find Elias Cordon or Elias Colon. He was the karate guy from New York, I think, or New Jersey. New York, I think. Alright, here's an idea. Daniel, sell and build your own shoe kit. I'll be selling these kits to build your own shoe. And they would be assembled by your own child. That would be wonderful. They would have foam inside and top and bottom. And a car tire could be glued on or affixed with tiny nails. My carpenter friend, please help me build it. Alright, now when you see the orange, that is the car tire, I think. And the wood is the green, and the foam is the blue. So there it is. Journal. I did wash my t-shirt rags that I clean with. I used the plunger. It was this bucket. I drilled a hole in the cover, put water in it, put the cloths in there, and then I stuck the plunger in there and somehow, and that's a way to, I saw it in a video, to wash clothes. My son and spouse kept coming to the garage to see what I was doing. Here's the idea. Make wooden shoes with car tires on the bottom. Watch YouTube video on wooden shoe making. Alright. This was Sunday. Alright, journal. Cousin O came by. I cooked macaroni and cheese for the first time. Alright, I, Daniel, cooked macaroni and cheese for the first time. I helped the spouse with the DCF, mortgage paperwork, and human services. We didn't have a child care back then. What was the DCF? Maybe that's the name of the DCF mortgage company. Who knows? Then we had so many mortgage companies. My son went to my Honduran friend's house. The daughter's friend came by, G. The spouse is wearing a pretty dress. Thinking 2-bedroom plus living room for rent, $600 a month. We need to put a showers outside the garage and pump water into the sink. I could use a sand bucket and a blue water container. Water, like those rain barrels. That could be the toilet. Alright, your mantra right now is, what is God up to? Buddha and Jesus and all the saints would get up early to pray, meditate, give thanks to God. That's something I've always heard. They would get up early. Apparently back here I was getting up late. Remember the mantra, Daniel, the one-armed golfer. And in that story, it was told to us by a salesperson, where there was this one-armed golfer and he would win tournaments. And when they interviewed him, they asked him, why do you win when you only have one arm? And the one-armed golfer said, a one-armed golfer with the right attitude will defeat a two-armed golfer with the wrong attitude every time. There's another mantra. To whom much is given, to whom much is given, much is expected. Goodness is rewarded. Goodness is rewarded. Pórtate bien para que te vaya bien. And I was using the anticipation technique so that you would know what word it is. Goodness is rewarded. Goodness is rewarded. It's from my grandpa. Pórtate bien para que te vaya bien. In Spanish. That's from my grandpa. Alright, mantra. Who owns everything? Who owns everything? God. Who is in control? Is God off balance ever? No. I like it. My son liked it. The other day we were walking. And tell me the story of Leviathan again, Daniel. And I remember, I think it was Job. And God asked him, where were you when I created Leviathan? You think you're a mighty man or something like that? Go ahead. I dare you to put a saddle on Leviathan and a bridle a bit in its mouth and control it. if you dare and survive, I know you will never tangle with that beast ever again. And then Job says something, clearly I spoke about things I know nothing about. Alright, who is in control? God. Who will help you? God. God will help you. You know how many times this house has been, is the word foreclosure? We still live here. Now Daniel, somebody would say here, it has nothing to do with you. Your mother pays the bills, your spouse is working and working. That is true. And the only thing I suggest to the two women there is be grateful that God gives you second chances with this house. So many chances. That's why I say be merciful to your renters. People that come here and rent, return their deposits. Don't steal from them. Be merciful to them. And at the same time, the mortgage company will be merciful to you. Daniel, the house is only worth $40,000 and they want me to pay $100,000. It doesn't matter. $1, $1.10 doesn't matter. God owns everything. It's not even your money. It's not even my mother's money. It's God's money. Daniel, you don't do anything. Well, where were you when I gave the grapes to my mother the other day? Do you give your mother grapes? Do you take her a glass of milk? Actually, it's in a champagne cup. I put the milk in a champagne cup. Are you there to play soccer every morning with your son? I don't work. What do you call babysitting? I teach my son. What do you think both of these children of mine, they're not even my children, they're God's children. Why are they both so intelligent? Why do they read 500-page books? It's because I read with them. Both of them think about things. Now, sometimes, of course, the daughter takes the opposite of what I think, but yes, she is thinking. Now, I believe she's mistaken, but that's another issue. Both of them think about things. Snowball! He's gone. Who will help you? God. Who is in control? God. Who owns everything? God. Who gave you this idea, this divine idea? I just read a book called The Power of Concentration. Whenever you can't remember something, just look up, you move your eyes up, and then move your eyes up this way, and then somewhere in your brain you will remember the information you are looking for. That's a Tony Robbins technique. The Power of Concentration by Dumont. It's a free ebook at LibriVox.org. That's where you can get it for as an audiobook. And in that book, the author mentions the word divine ideas come from God, or divine ideas. You will get divine ideas is what he says. I believe he doesn't use the word God in the whole book. Oh, even back then, look at that. I'm in the same path. Choose to be weak or choose to be strong. It's your choice. The only thing I'll add to this, recently I've been using the word you can, you will, you must. And that got me out of bed. Here's Daniel's song, a mantra. The result is that he works from home. I finally found a way to work from home, by the way, by helping people with their human rights. The human rights passport, the human rights, also called the World Citizen Passport. He is God's worker. Yeah, I am God's worker. What do? I babysit the little 2-year-old. Now, I stopped going over there because the mother of the baby said, don't come over here because, Daniel, your spouse and her cousin, my boyfriend, they talk and they just bother me too much. So don't come over here anymore. So I don't go over there anymore. But I'm still God's worker. Every day I am richer and richer. For my body exercises, I practice Qigong every morning. At the park, I practice Tai Chi Chuan in the evening. All I do Alright, so let me stop there. I'll leave you with one exercise. This is how to get power and stay focused, stay concentrating. You always got to know what your hands are doing. Stand 6 feet away from people, except for my son, but with everybody else, I pretty much stand 6 feet away from them for security reasons. Not that they're going to hit me or attack me, but my grandpa told me this. Stand over there. That's the way he was taught as a little kid. And he learned to give orders. Even as a kid, we are all predestined to do something great in this world. Most of us don't make it because we don't repeat the right mantra, the right words. You can, you will, you must. Stay a kicking distance away from everybody. You can, you will, you must. Oh, this is the exercise. Breathe in and hold it. Now I'll let her go because you're watching a video. I don't want you to get bored. But hold it for as long as you can. Then do the other side. Then you let it go. Then you do the other fingers 10 times. Become a strong person. You learn to concentrate that way. Please go read the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Write to me. I have a new email. Well, it's the old one I used for resumes. I'm having trouble finding the password though, so I'll give you the same one I'm using as always right now. DanielTheTeacher@gmail.com. I look forward to talking to you. Take care of yourself.